Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our public forum on the anti-bullying campaign, proudly organized by our school under the theme "Be a Buddy, Not Bully," building kindness one voice at a time. My name is Shirin binti Yusuf, and I will be your moderator for this section. Thank you to our audience, teachers, and students who are joining us both here in the hall and online through our live forum link. Before we begin, let us take a moment to reflect on why this topic matters. So, bullying has become one of the most serious social issues in schools today. Whether it happens in the classroom, hallway, or on social media, its impact can be long-lasting and devastating. Victims may lose their confidence, their motivation to study, and sometimes even their will be to communication. But today's forum is not only about highlighting problems, it's about building hopes, empathy, and action. We're honored to have a distinguished speaker with us, each representing a unique perspective on how we can work together to create bully-free school. Let's begin with our first speaker, Puan Ain, our school counselor with more than 10 years of experience in student mental health and emotional well-being. She will be sharing with us the types, causes, and psychological effect of bullying, as well as what school can do to support both victims and bullies. Puan Ain, the floor is yours.
Thank you, moderator, and good morning, everyone. So, as a school counselor, I have worked with so many students who have been bullied. I know it can hurt a lot and leave wounds that we can't see. Sometimes students look okay on the outside, but inside they feel scared, nervous, or lonely. We might never know, but bullying doesn't just happen when someone hit or say mean things. It can happen when someone is left out or when others say things about them behind their back. Today, I want to help you understand the different kind of bullying, why it hurt, and how we can all work together to make our school a safer and kinder place. So, let me begin with the type of bullying we usually see. So the first thing is physical bullying. Physical bullying is when someone hurt another person's body on purpose. This can include things like hitting, kicking, punching, tripping, or pushing someone. It also includes taking or breaking someone's belongings, like their bag, book, or lunch. This type of bullying is often the easiest to see because it causes physical harm. You might notice bruises, cut, or even ripped clothes. But physical bullying doesn't just hurt the body, it can also make someone feel very scared or nervous. They might try to avoid school or certain people just to stay safe. Imagine waking up every day and being afraid to go to school because someone might hit you or push you. That's how physical bullying makes people feel. It can make it hard for them to learn, concentrate in class, or enjoy school. Everyone deserves to feel safe, and physical bullying is a serious problem that must be stopped. The second bullying is verbal bullying. Verbal bullying is when someone uses words to hurt someone else. This can be teasing, name calling, making fun of someone, or saying things to embarrass or insult them. Sometimes people use verbal bullying to make others feel small, weak, or unwanted. Even though verbal bullying doesn't hurt the body, it can really hurt the heart. Being called mean names again and again can make someone feel sad, angry, or ashamed. It can lower their confidence and make them not want to talk or to be around another people. For example, if a student is teased every day about the way they look, they might start to believe the mean thing that are being said. They might stop participating in class, avoid making friends, or feel unhappy all the time. Words can be powerful, so we must choose the kind one. Verbal bullying should never be ignored. Just because it doesn't leave a bruise, it leaves a different kind of hurt, one day that stay inside. The third one is social or relational bullying. Social bullying is harder to see because it doesn't involve hitting or yelling. Instead, it happens when someone tries to hurt another person's friendship or reputation. It can include things like leaving someone out on purpose, spreading rumors, or telling others not to talk to a certain person. Social bullying can happen in a friend group, during recess, in the classroom, or even online. The goal is usually to make the person feel unwanted, left out, or embarrassed. This kind of bullying can happen quickly and adult might not notice it right away. But for the person being bullied, it can be very painful. Imagine you being ignored every day, not being invited to join game, or hearing that people talk about you behind your back. It can make someone feel very alone. Everyone has the right to feel included and accepted. Making someone feel invisible or unwanted is not okay, and it's important to speak up when we see it happening. So the last is cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is when someone uses technology to bully others. This can happen through phone, tablet, or computer. It often takes place on social media, in text message, or through online game. Cyberbullying can include sending mean or threatening message, sharing private photos or video, posting embarrassing things about someone, or spreading lies online. One of the scariest things about cyberbullying is that it can happen anytime, even you at home. Also, once sometimes it's shared online, it can be saw by many people and it's very hard to delete because it can happen 24/7 and reach a lot of people very fast. Cyberbullying can be very damaging. The person being bullied might feel like they can't escape it, even in their own home. They may become anxious, afraid to check their phone, or even stop using the internet. Cyberbullying may be done in secret, sometimes even by people using fake name or account, which make it harder to stop. But school, parents, and friends can all help by reporting and supporting the person being bullied. Now, why does the bullying happen? Many bullies act out because of insecurity, peer pressure, or family problem. Sometimes they were victims themselves. On the other hand, victims often stay silent out of fear or shame. The psychological effect can be severe: anxiety, depression, poor concentration, and even suicidal thought. I once counseled a student who refused to come to school for 2 months because of online bullying. It took weeks of support and peer encouragement to rebuild her self-esteem. To address this, our school has implemented several strategies. So the first strategy is peer buddy program that pair new or quiet student with friendly mentor. Some students are new, shy, or feel left out. A peer buddy program helps by pairing the student with friendly classmates who support them. The buddy helps them make friends, learn how things work at school, and feel like they belong. This makes school a kinder, more welcoming place for everyone. Second strategy is open door counseling session where students can talk safely and confidently. Some students need someone to talk. Open door counseling means students can go to the school counselor anytime without making an appointment. The counselor listens, gives support, and keep everything private. This helps students feel safe and know they are not alone when dealing with bullying or other problems. The last strategy is awareness campaign every semester with real life stories and skits. To help everyone understand bullying better, school can run awareness campaign each semester. This can include real stories, short play, poster, and talk. Students learn what bullying is, how it hurt others, and what they can do to stop it. This campaign helps build a school where everyone is kind and respectful. All four types of bullying, which is physical, verbal, social, and cyberbullying, can cause a lot of pain. Sometimes we think only physical bullying is serious, but every type can leave a deep emotional scar. No one deserves to be bullied, and everyone has the right to feel safe, respected, and accepted. My goal is to help you understand what bullying really is, how it affects people, and what each of us can do to stop it. Together, we can create a school where everyone feels safe, respected, and cared for. No one should ever feel scared or left out at school. We all have the power to be kind and make a difference. So, if you see bullying, speak up. If you are being bullied, talk to someone you trust. And if you ever tempted to bully someone else, stop and think about how your action or word can hurt others. Kindness and respect are always the right choice. Right choice. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Puan Ain, for those meaningful insights. So I really like what you mentioned that empathy is the key, but sometimes bullies don't realize how much harm they cause because they never stop to imagine how it feels to be one the other side. So, next, let's hear from Cikgu Farah Fahana, a passionate English teacher who believes in building safe and inclusive classroom. She will share about teachers' roles in early intervention and creating positive learning environment.
All right. So thank you to my moderator and a very good day to everyone. Recently, we were all shocked by a heartbreaking case. A young Chinese girl in a secondary school who was stabbed 200 times by a student boy. This tragedy is not just a headline, it's all week we all and in education it reminds us that behind every smile there will be silent pain, anger and trauma that went unnoticed. As a teacher, we play an incredibly important role because we see our student every single day. We notice their moods, energy, and their behavior. When a student suddenly become quiet, avoid group work, or skip school, these are not just small change. They may be early sign of bullying or emotionally distress. From my experience, teachers are not just educators, we are protectors. The classroom should be a safe and a supportive space where every student feel respect, included and heard. To build the kind of environment, I would like to share three practice steps supported by educational theories that teachers can apply. So here we are. First, establish classroom rule together. According to B.F. Skinner's behaviorist theory, behavior can be shaped through reinforcement. When students have to create a classroom rule, they feel on ownership and are more likely to follow them. For example, in my class, I invite students to suggest a rule like respect other opinions and no tasting. Each time they follow those rules, I give a verbal praise such as good teamwork, everyone, or I appreciate your kindness. This positive reinforcement encourage good behavior and build a culture of mutual respect. By involving students in rule making, we move to imposing a discipline to a building responsibility. It's not longer teacher's rule, it's become our rule. So second tips is use cooperative learning. This is supported by Vygotsky's social development theory, which emphasizes learning through social interaction. When students work in a group, they learn a communication, empathy, and teamwork. In my classroom, I often organize group project where each member has a roles that leader, writer, and presenter. Thus, this role also, even quiet students have to chance to contribute and feel included. Cooperative learning not only improve academic performance, but also strengthen relationship, reduce isolation, and prevent bullying. So the last one is promote emotional literacy. And according to Daniel Goleman's emotional intelligence theory, students who can recognize and manage their emotion are more likely to form healthy relationship. Teaching emotional literacy helps students impress anger or frustration in healthy way through word or not a violation. For example, I use a short reflection activity such as asking, how do you feel today? Or what can you do if you feel upset? Over time, students learn to identify their emotional and control their reaction. When a student understands their feeling, they are less likely to harm others and more likely to show empathy. So I want to share a real experience that I had. So once had a student who often mock other. Instead of punishing him, I give him a different role. I made him a peer helper. At first, he resisted, but as he began to help other, he started feeling respect and valued. His behavior changed completely. This reflects Albert Bandura social learning theory, which explains that behavior can change through observation and positive modeling. When we give a student trust and responsibility, they often rise to meet our expectation. So, in this issue, teacher cannot work alone actually. Parents must also be involved. Regulation for communication through parent meeting or even WhatsApp group allowed teacher and parents to monitor student emotional well-being together. At the same time, teachers need continuous professional training to handle bullying and violence effectively. We must know how to identify, report, and support every student in need. So the conclusion in that the tragic case of a girl who was stabbed 200 times should never happen again. It reminds us that emotional pain, if ignored, can lead to unimaginable consequences. That is why empathy, communication, and early intervention matter so much. With teamwork, understanding, and compassion, we can make our school not just place for learning, but safe haven where every child feel protected and respected, also loved. So that's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Farah, for those inspiring examples. Indeed, when teachers combine discipline with comprehension, we can shape student character beyond textbook. So, next, let's move the community level. We are joined by Puan Shafika Nasuha, the NGO representative from Safe School Malaysia, SSM, who will share how community awareness and partnership can strengthen anti-bullying initiative.
Okay, thank you for my moderator and greetings to everyone here today. It's an honor to represent Safe School Malaysia, an NGO that focus on building safe and inclusive school environments. Okay, at Safe School Malaysia, we strongly believe that fighting bullying is not just the school's duty, but is a shared community responsibility. Teachers, parents, and society must work together to protect our children from harm. Over the years, we have collaborated with schools nationwide to promote anti-bullying awareness and implement prevention programs. Through our work, we have seen that real change happens when empathy becomes part of the school culture. Okay, one of our most successful program is called the kindness tree. We place a large paper tree in a visible spot at school and the student can hang notes with compliments or encouraging words about others. In just a few weeks, the change is very amazing. While students who rarely spoke to each other start sharing positivity, smiles become more common and the school environment feels warmer. At one secondary school in Selangor, bullying cases dropped by almost 40% after just one term of this campaign. It shows that kindness can be more powerful than punishment. That nowadays, bullying doesn't only happen in classroom, but it also happen online. That's why we have expanded into the digital awareness campaigns on social media. For example, we run short videos and infographics that reach young people through platforms like TikTok and Instagram. One of our campaigns, which is hashtag stand with kindness, encourage students to post short clips of kind acts. Within 2 weeks, the hashtag gained over 200,000 views. We also collaborate with influencers and online gamers to promote the idea that true strength comes from empathy, not intimidation. Okay. Our NGO also provides a 24-hour counseling helpline and an anonymous reporting app which called Speak Up. This allows students to report bullying case safely without fear of being identified. Okay. Our counselors then work with schools to support both the victim and the offender. Okay, we always remind teachers that the goal is not only to stop the behavior, but also to help students heal and learn from their mistakes. We encourage schools to form anti-bullying committees that include the teachers, students, and parents. When everyone's voice is heard, the solution becomes stronger and more realistic. For instance, one school we partnered with create a peer helper system where trained students supported their classmates emotionally. This peer-based support reduced bullying significantly and built a stronger sense of unity. Okay, lastly, in conclusion, the fight against bullying starts with a small actions, such as a kind word, a helping hand, or the courage to stand up for someone in need. At Safe School Malaysia, we believe that every student deserves to feel safe, respected, and valued. Together, we can replace silence with courage, fear with friendship, and hate with kindness. That's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Puan Syafiqah Nasuha, for emphasizing community involvement. I especially like your point about the kindness tree. A small gesture can truly change a school environment. Now, to complete our discussion, let's welcome Mrs. Tara Eve, an education officer who will share about national policy and what the ministry is doing to ensure every school is safe for learning.
Thank you, moderator, and morning, everyone. Today, I would like to talk about an issue that touches the heart of every school community, bullying. Whether it's happened in classroom or even online, bullying affects not only the victim, but also the citizen, the teacher, and the school environment as a whole. That's why bullying prevention has become one of the Ministry of Education top priorities. Over the past few years, we have taken extra steps to ensure that our schools are safe, inclusive, and supportive learning space for all children. Let me share a few key steps we have introduced. First, the Bully-Free School Program. This program invites students to speak up when they witness bullying that they will stand on the side of kindness. Through this, we want to empower students not to be silent bystander, but active defender of their peer. In many schools, students have created bully free corner where they post positive message and organize peer supportive activities. It's truly inspiring to see young people taking ownership of their school culture. Next, we have the School Safety Reporting System, or SSRS. This digital platform allows teachers to record, track, and monitor bullying incidents more effectively. The goal is not just to respond quickly when something happens, but to understand when and where bullying happened, so we can prevent it before it happens again. And third, we have strengthened collaboration with the Ministry of Health. Together, we have providing counseling, mental health awareness, and emotional support program for both student and teacher, because we know that bullying is not just a disciplinary issue, it's a mental health issue, a community issue, and a human issue. We must move from punishment to prevention, from silent to open conversation, instead of waiting for harm to happen and then reacting. We must focus on building empathy, respect, and understanding from the very start. Our education officials are already helping to make this shift happen. They regularly visit school to observe safety practice, train teacher, and encourage student leadership through peer monitoring program. When students are given the chance to lead, to guide their junior, to listen and support one another, the school culture begins to change from fear to trust. Let me share a simple story that proves this change. In one secondary school, a group of students started a kindness patrol. Their job wasn't to catch bully, it was to share positivity. They greeted classmates in the morning, wrote encouraging notes, and helped younger students who looked lost or lonely. Within a few months, teachers noticed less conflict, better attendance, and stronger friendship. Of course, teachers and parents play an important role as well. Teachers are often the first to notice when a student behavior change. When someone become quiet, more withdraw, or start missing school, we need to equip them not only with reporting tools, but also with emotional intelligence training, so they can respond with empathy and care. Parent no need, eh, Parent need to be part of the conversation. Bullying doesn't end at the school gate. Sometimes it continue online or at school. When school and family community openly, we create a strong support network that helps every children feel seen and valued. When we listen to our students, when we teach them empathy, when we act quickly and fairly, we send a powerful message that kindness is stronger than cruelty, that inclusion is stronger than isolation, and that's our school are place where everyone belongs. So as we move forward, let's continue to work together, teacher, parents, student, and officer alike. Let's build a compassionate generation, one that stands tall not only in academic but in humanity, a generation that speak up for another, that celebrate diversity, and that believes no act of kindness is ever too small. Thank you. That's all from me.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Deborah Eve, and thank you to all our amazing speakers for their passionate sharing today. As we reach the end of this forum, let's reflect on some of the key takeaways. So, one Ain, we learned that empathy and early counseling can heal emotional wounds. And from Cikgu Farah Fahana, we discovered that classroom can be safe space through respect and communication. And Puan Shafikana Suha, we understood that communities play a huge role in spreading kindness and awareness. And last but not least, from Mrs. Stella, if we saw how strong policy and collaboration can make school truly bully free. So, bullying may start with one act of cruelty, but it can also end with one act of kindness. Let us all choose to be that change. Be a friend who listening, and the teacher who notice, the counselor who cares, or the students who speak up. To everyone watching, remember our team. Be a buddy, not a bully. Building kindness one voice at a time. Together, we can create a safer, kinder, and happier school environment for everyone. Thank you, our speakers, Puan Ain, Puan Nur Syafikana Suha, Cikgu Farah Fahana, and then Mrs. Tara Eva. Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Okay.